I appreciate that.
I could have helped, but in true...
Totally a priority. I wasn't sure that would work.
Yeah, that's what... Oh, there you go.
Hey guys, it's Zach and welcome back to the shop. You may have not seen the shop yet. A little history on it. It's taken me about a year and a half, 2 years to build it, just because of all the new construction and lumber shortages and all that good stuff. But it's just a garage. It's 24 foot wide, 36 foot deep, and 12 foot high ceilings. And that's important because today we're actually going to install a Wildfire lift. So I got some friends coming over here in a little bit. It's a little cold today. It's like 29 degrees right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the truck and the side-by-side out because the lift is gonna go right there, and we'll start heating this place up so that when they get here, it's all gonna be good to go. So let's get started. So one of the coolest features of this lift is that it has casters. So when the lift is pushed all the way down to the floor, it raises up these casters, and you'll see that at the end, and we'll be able to roll it all around in here. Unfortunately, my garage is not quite big enough to have a lift and a storage for other cars to the side. So what we're going to do is we'll push it to the side. You can kind of see this line here. If we can keep it to the left of that line, I'll still have enough room to park my truck. So that's the goal. And again, once my buddies get here, we'll start unpacking everything and start putting this together. to, but I think it's probably smart.
Yeah.
They're pretty heavy.
All right. First lift.
First lift.
We picked the vehicle with a roll cage on purpose. we're not messing around.
I'm gonna hit the light, aren't I?
Yeah.
Eventually.
You don't have to do this like that.
I have a ladder now.
All right. Who's going to be bold enough to walk underneath it? Here we go.
I actually kind of want to go on top and pull that off.
Pull what off?
The light.
The light off, so that we can.
I am now, just in case you fall.
I appreciate that.
I could have helped, but in true...
Totally fired.
I thought for sure that would have worked.
Yeah, that's what... Oh, there you go.
It's good thing you got a roll cage holding me up.
Yeah, what could go wrong? Brand new lift. Maiden flight.
Made in flight. All right, good go.
Perfect. All right, now we can really put this thing to the ceiling.
How's the? Look at the wobble.
It's stable, dude. Wobble test passed.
That was higher than I thought.
All right, my man, let's go up.
Now it's actually get a Corvette to park underneath.
Well, I was hoping the Jeep was underneath, but it might not. It might be too tall.
Yeah, you could put your Lamborghini under there.
Yeah, I'll upgrade. Yeah. Once this credit card paid off.
Got about another foot to go.
What do you think, Jim?
One more. That's it. Yep. All right.
Oh yeah.
Test succeed.
You got some leaves up here, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well, now
You gotta get-
I can clean underneath. How about that?
You roll that thing out of the garage and do some pressure washing under here.
Yeah.
This thing's awesome.
Wow. I don't think I've seen it underneath like this. Well, there you have it, folks. The lift is in and my truck still fits, which makes me very, very happy. So some of the cool things about the lift itself is that we have the wheels, as you saw already. It's got some ramps, of course, for the in the front. It's got wheel stops in the back, which you probably can't see, but you can move those wheel stops. They're removable. They sit in the same slots as the ramps themselves. These right here are slots. So really cool there. It runs off of 110. But I did run into, I actually popped a breaker because it pulls 26 amps, and my particular plugs are only 20 amps, so I need to run another plug for a 30 amp, which is no big deal. Just got to do that at some point and get that done. And then we also have a couple other odds and ends accessory wise to add to it. I have the a jack, air over hydraulic jack coming for the middle here, so that you can use it to lift up your tires and do like brake jobs and that kind of stuff as well. But all in all, I am super pumped. This thing is heavy. It's a beast. It's strong. Like, I am very, very impressed. And the fact that we were able to spin it around in a 24-foot garage is pretty amazing. So super happy with it. Can't wait to use it. And yeah, let me know what kind of project you would like to use for something like this. We did run into a little issue here where this is really hard to tighten all the way down when you're trying to connect it to the I call it a turnbuckle, but there's a threaded rod that goes all the way back, so that when you pull this lever, it also pulls it in the back. This is really tough to get threaded on, so what we ended up doing was just loosening up this bolt and taking the nut off and pushing the bolt back far enough so that we could spin this on there. I don't know if that's recommended, but it worked really well for us, so just wanted to share that tip with you. The other tip I'll give you is when we were installing these dust panels, it felt like that this cable itself was too close to the edge, and it is if it's not under tension. So by the time when you put it under tension, it works perfect. So I would probably try to put it under tension first, and then you can slide these on there. I think it's 1 or 2 steps difference in the documentation that the Wildfire gives you. Last tip I'll give you, and I'm sure Wildfire talks about this in the documentation. I was just probably didn't see it. This connector is pushed in underneath when it's during shipment, which makes sense. Look for that little cutout circle, because that's where you're going to connect the hose, and of course that's where your hydraulic pump's going to go. So wherever that hose is, make sure it's on the front, and that's why we had to spin ours around, because ours was in the back. Oh, actually, one other note, you'll notice that I had to remove my lights. Not a big deal. These are Harbor Freight lights. I'm actually going to pick up probably another 1 or 2 of those lights, and we'll probably line them up on this side as well as this side to give us, a full casting of visibility. So I'll add that to my list of things to do. But I also want to kind of tidy up how I, the flow of the garage. That's kind of important. So I want to make sure that everything's all tidied up the way I like it. But the way this sits right now is I can still drive in and use it. But if I need to use it for, like, say, my truck, which is a lot bigger, I have to put it on the casters, move it out into the middle of the garage, and I can still use it. So it's a win-win. I like that it's going to be a long-term storage for things like my side-by-side or the Jeep or something like that. So, but yeah, let me know down below what you want to use, what you would use a lift like this for. I'll be curious to hear what you have to say. So thanks for watching, folks, and I will see you next time.
Isn't that what you do?
Don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe and bell.
All those YouTube-y things.
Is there really a bell on my channel?